I want to keep going until I'm 1, get into the finale, and 2, I win. Selma Blair. Shangela was that season. Daniel Durant.
Hey! I wonder what he's up to these days.
I know, I wonder. I heard he got married.
Who would be your dream partner for next season?
Okay, I've been thinking about this a lot, actually. Baron was so fun. Oh, man. He was so much fun.
How often on a show night are you going out there and throwing out a move or a routine that you are not 100% is going to land?
How often?
Yeah, does that ever come up?
I wouldn't say like especially often because of the camera block process. So we get to see what it looks like on camera blocking day. And I would say before camera blocking, I'm like, geez, I hope this works on camera. Not all the time, but sometimes. It also like... It depends on who your partner is. Like, there are some partners that I've had that are like, okay, like my partnership with Johnny Weir. I was like, this is going to be great. It was my first season. So I was still curious how my choreography was going to read on camera. But then there was other partners that I was like, I don't know if they're going to do it. I don't know if this is going to land. And you just literally don't know. So yes, I have experienced that before. You pray that you don't experience that super often during a season, but you never know.
Because you get the lights, the crowd, the camera, the booms, the fireworks, whatever. Everything comes in now.
Yes. That one moment that you experience that the most is on premiere night, because you do not know how your celebrity partner is going to react under pressure. You rehearse everything, cameras, lights, the clicks, the click, click, click before the music starts. You rehearse all of that, but what you don't rehearse is the energy that you feel in the room. You don't get an audience until you're live at 5 or live at 8 if you're on the East Coast.
Which we gotta fix. Let's make it the same time.
I know. I agree. We need that West Coast vote too.
Yeah.
Not to like steer directions, but we need the West Coast vote.
I wait 2 hours and then I just look at spoilers anyway.
I know. People do anyway. But yeah, so your partner, they don't experience the judging. They don't experience the scores. But really, they do not experience that loud roar in the audience, the energy, which we love. Like, it's what creates that live energy, but you have no idea how your partner is going to react until the very first show. No idea.
Did you have to prepare Baron for anything? Are you giving him any heads up of things that are different from rehearsals to the live show now?
Oh, with Baron was so fun. Oh man, he was so much fun. I did prepare him for that feeling. You do your best to prepare them because you don't want them to be blindsided by that energy, because it is a huge shift. And also in premiere night, they're also waiting. Like, they have to see their competitors for the first time, and
run here, run there.
Exactly. And it's quite overwhelming. And I tried to prepare Baron as much as I could for that moment. And then I thought he did great opening night. His energy was incredible. He was really nervous, but he still did a great job. And then after the show, he looked at me and he was like, okay, I know what I need to do for next week. Because
a real athlete.
Yes, because he was like, exactly what you said is what I experienced. But then for him, he needed to understand how he was going to process that. And he did. It might have made him like a little bit more nervous for week 2, just because he knew what that feeling was going to be. You're a little bit like, ignorance is a little bit bliss premiere night, and you just have to like go. But yeah, Baron was awesome. And I thought he really handled that pressure really well opening night.
Real quick, guys, today's episode is brought to you by Aonic Complete. It's daily essential nutrition in one beautiful on-the-go design. Fill in those nutrition gaps with Aonic Complete. The reason why I love Aonic Complete is because they put all the great tasting vitamins in the liquid format. This means that everything is 100% naturally flavored. There's no sweeteners, no colors. Everything else is in the 3 soft gels and 1 capsule, delivering 34 essential nutrients at clinically effective dosages to support overall well-being, immunity, and all all-day performance. I personally love Aeonic Complete because it covers the 4 cornerstones of supplementation to support the whole body health. Number 1, multivitamins and minerals. Number 2, pre, pro, and postbiotics. Number 3, omega-3. And number 4, superfoods and greens. It has daily immune support to help fight off colds, which is essential to this time of year. This really is my all-in-one supplement. It helps me stay focused and energetic through my workouts, my hikes, my boxing classes. I love that there is a his and a hers. Aeonic Complete has limited spots for subscription, so go subscribe now while you can. Use my code Joe and you can get 25% off. Use my code at checkout or click the link down below to get the 25% off. So give your body what it deserves. Check out Aeonic, and now back to the podcast. Did you guys automatically go into the roles of coach, player?
Yeah, actually, we did.
Because that's his whole life, having someone help coach him.
Yes, it is his whole life. And he really dove back into that basketball player mindset, which is
cool.
really cool to experience. And especially for someone like Barron, everybody, when we would do press or interviews, people would, ask him if he's comparing himself to other athletes that have been on the show, like Iman Shumpert or Dwight Howard. And he was like, whoa, 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 you guys, don't compare me. Those guys just got off the court. I think people forgot that Barron had been retired for, I think it was like over 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Because growing up, he was one of my favorite players.
Oh, incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. Yeah. I think he still holds the history for the longest free throw.
Oh, does he?
I think so. I hope I said that right. Sorry, Barron, if I didn't. He taught me a lot about basketball, but, yeah, I think it was 90 feet. Does that sound right?
Maybe the longest three-pointer?
Maybe. Something like that. Yes. I don't know. It was like over half court. It was like almost all the way on the other side.
Okay, yeah. Longest three-pointer, probably.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Thank you. Barron would play this game with me where he would do multiple choice about specific players. And he would just give me a name. And he would say, did they play college ball at A, Arizona State, B, UCLA, go on. And then I would just guess. And I would never, ever get anything right. I felt so embarrassed. But I think it was fun for Barron because he had been out of that game, out of that athletic mindset for over 10 years. And so when he got back into the Dancing with the Stars environment, he loved the routine. He loved being a student, a teammate again. And then he really relied on me as his coach, as his teacher. It was really fun to witness that process for him. Even though it was short-lived, he was really into it and he was really invested. And then when we got eliminated, he, just was enjoying the experience so much. So he was super bummed, which I was like, oh. It like broke my heart because I was upset, but then to see how bummed he was that really, I almost took that harder than what I was experiencing myself because I've had partners that, I'll use Eric Roberts. I had the previous season as an example because he wouldn't mind me saying this, but when we got eliminated, he was like, okay, thank God. Like he was having a ball, but he was tired. It's a lot. It's a lot. But with Barron, he really was.
He wanted to keep going.
He wanted to keep going. He was just really allowing himself to like get into the flow. And for him, he also loved the routine. He loved that hard work, and he hadn't really experienced that since he was in the NBA.
Right. With you being eliminated in the competition and where you did, where does the rest of your season stack up? Are you taking on other jobs in between, or are you always Dancing with the Stars focused?
Yeah, even though you get eliminated early, you're still Dancing with the Stars focused. I think it's a misconception that you have more free time once you get eliminated. Once you're eliminated, you go into something that we call skeleton crew. So it's the choreographers that choreograph the opening numbers. They get the opportunity to work with a group of dancers in order to shape that choreography. And so right away, Jenna and I, the next day, we didn't go into a skeleton crew, but we had to choreograph we choreographed 2 bumpers, and then I choreographed a bumper for the troupe. immediately the day after we got eliminated and both of us arrived into rehearsal and we were like, okay, like, I guess we have to wrap our heads
You're doing this
around this.
giant task onto
Yes.
this. Wow.
Yeah, so it stays very Dancing with the Stars focused, but just in a different capacity and a different way.
Is there a favorite dance that you choreographed this season outside of with Barron that you really loved how it came out?
Oh my goodness. Okay, there's a few that I really like, or I'll say two. One, Alan and I, we choreographed the opening number for the holiday episode.
For the Christmas special?
For the Christmas special.
Oh,
Yeah, for the
wow.
holiday special. And so that one was really fun. That was actually, fun fact, Alan and I put together the very first rehearsal of the season. The first rehearsal for season 34 was for our opening number, because the holiday special was pre-shot during the season. So our rehearsals happened before we even met our partners, and then there were rehearsals like sprinkled throughout the season before we actually filmed it.
Oh, wow.
So I always love co-choreographing with Alan. I think we just work well together, and that number was a big one, and it was really awesome. And so I really loved that one. And then super random, I choreographed the Tron bumper during Disney Week. I think that was Disney Week. Yeah, Disney Week. It was a bumper that the troupe did for Tron, and I wasn't in it. I was like straight choreographer role, and it was really fun. And so I really liked that one as well.
Is it different for you to just do choreography to where you're not being part of it? What is that like for you just to call out those shots of what to do?
Absolutely. It is a different process because I'm choreographing not for myself. I know exactly how I like to move, and then I incorporate that into whoever my partner is that season. And most of the time, I'm really just choreographing for my partner, and then I'm like, I can figure myself out. But choreographing for a group where I'm not in it at all, I have a lot of fun with it because it's almost like I have to figure out what's going to work for them and what's going to work best on their bodies. And the troupe this season, they are mega stars, all four of them. I mean, they can do anything you tell them to do. So it was a playground working with them and especially with the Tron theme, it was all about, it needed to be athletic and, almost like fight choreography more than dance choreography. And so I was telling them, like, can you flip? And then can you do this? And then do this? It was like almost playing a video game. Like I was like, try this and then try this. And then what if we do this? It was a playground working with them. So it was really fun.
What's the method for you to figure out the choreography for that?
For that one, I had a structure that was already in place before I started choreographing. And I had these different, I don't want to say limitations. I had these different guidelines. There were guidelines. They had to start in the very back of the walkway. It's basically the stage.
Is that just the camera blocking?
Yes.
Oh.
Behind the LED wall, because there was going to be lasers that they had to walk slowly through on a very specific time. And then it didn't matter how, but I needed to make them travel forward to reveal the bike that was also going to reveal Haley on top of the Tron bike. And so and then the bike had to be placed in a very specific position, and it ended up changing when we arrived to camera block because Disney and Tron needed it to be showcased in the exact specific way. And then after that, it was just a playground for me to create on the ballroom dance floor. But Disney needed it to feel athletic. It needed to feel in the theme and of the essence of Tron. So if you were to see that bumper, you might not be like, oh, that's definitely, I hate using myself in the third person, but that's definitely Britt Stewart choreography. Not necessarily, because it was very much in alignment with what it needed to be.
Right.
But I have fun with that. I think it's kind of cool.
How many people were in the holiday special opener?
Oh my goodness. Well, it was all of the pros. How many of us were there this year?
12? 13?
13. All of the pros.
That's a lot of people.
A lot of people. And then all for troupe and Julianne and Alfonso.
So almost 20 people.
So almost 20 people.
How do you, where do you start for choreographing that?
Oh my gosh. I mean,
Is that number overwhelming to give everybody something important to do?
No, again, it's like a puzzle piece. I think it's kind of fun.
That's so
You
cool.
get to, you're like, okay, I'm going to highlight this person here and then this group of people here. And then I need to make sure that I'm introducing both Julianne and Alfonso in a smart way to make sure that they're incorporated but still highlighted as the hosts of the number. And you just create different sections and then you place people in those different sections that you think will highlight them the best. So it's very fun. And I think the process that Alan and I used for that was just creating different sections of choreography to go with the music, just to create like a full vision and feel that we wanted it to come across. And then we started going into the details of, okay, well then this section is 4 people with these 4 guys. And then 2 guys leave and then 2 guys come in to meet me and Emma. And then it just builds and builds from there.
How excited are you for tour?
I'm really excited. Tour season is awesome. It's just, we love going on tour for many different reasons. I mean, we get to see all of our fans, which is incredible.
You guys added even more dates, right?
Yes, it is absolutely wild. It's, we open, I think it's January 21st, and then our last show is May 13th.
Wow.
Which is wild. I don't think we have ever gone into May for the tour.
It's 5 months.
Yeah. So I'm not going to lie, it's a little bit daunting because our shows are big. It's a big show and it's all about dance. And so it's a lot on our bodies, but it's so amazing. And the tour is becoming more successful and longer because of this new energy and hype around the TV show. So it's one of those things where we're all like, oh my gosh, we're going to be living together and on the road until May, but also we're all like, yes, we must do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dance is such a global language for so many people. Why do you think that this season was so explosive for everybody?
Well, I think it's been an uphill climb for a few seasons. I think the first burst of a new audience happened in season 31
With Charlie?
with Charlie.
Charlie D'Amelio.
Yeah, Charlie D'Amelio. And that casting was incredible. I mean, I think they knew exactly what they were doing having Charlie D'Amelio on that season. She was the start of bringing that TikTok audience, that younger audience in. And then that season was just stacked. You had Wayne Brady. You had Jordan Sparks, Selma Blair. Shangela was that season. Daniel Durant.
Hey! I wonder what he's up to these days.
I know. I wonder. I heard he got married. Weird. Yeah.
To who?
This girl.
We'll look it up later.
Yeah. You can Google it. No. And so I think that was the start of this newfound energy in the show. And then from there, Riley came on and she was partnered with Harry. And then that exploded on social media and TikTok, even cementing that younger audience. And then it just kept building and building and building. And then now we're here at season 34 and we're just still seeing and feeling this up climb in everything, in ratings, demographics, viewers, the audience. It's wild.
Do you feel it on the inside? Like the energy in the ballroom, you're outside walking around the Grove, the amount of people are coming up to you?
Absolutely. You do feel it, which is, it's interesting, I think, for a lot of us that have been here for a while. I think people don't realize I've been part of the show since 2016.
So congrats on that,
Thank
honestly.
you.
That's coming up on 10 years.
I know. Next year will be 10 years, which is wild. It flew by, honestly. Saying that out loud, 10 years of my life is kind of insane.
And I think it's so
kind
cool.
of wild.
It's cemented on Disney Plus. You can watch all of this stuff, your past, your work.
Yes.
It's so cool.
Thank you. It's awesome. And so I feel like for those of us that have been here for a while, it's kind of crazy. We're kind of pinching ourselves like this energy is amazing and we're just going along for the ride because that's what you do. You just do it and I feel so grateful too to still be a part of it in this new era of the show.
So
It's really cool.
if they asked you to come back, I assume you would.
Oh yeah. I'm not going anywhere.
Who would be your
Or
dream
at least I'd
partner?
hope to not go anywhere.
No, you're not. Who would be your dream partner for next season?
Okay, I've been thinking about this a lot actually. Recently, Simu Liu said that he would, I think I'm saying his name correctly, said that he would want to, if got asked, he would say yes to be on Dancing with the Stars. And I
Okay.
think he would be awesome. It's also in the family, Marvel, Disney,
It could
So,
happen.
yeah,
It could happen.
It could happen. Also, I don't know if he would do it, but Harry Shum,
Okay.
he actually used to be a dancer, and now he's just an actor, and I think he would be incredible. And then I don't know. I've also never had like someone with an extremely large social media following. I've never had like a content creator.
You want that vlogger
Yeah, why
documenting
not?
everything.
I've had 2 athletes. I've had a lot of actors. No, I've had 3 athletes, excuse me. Johnny. Yeah. Johnny, Adrian, and then now Baron. So I've had athletes and I've had actors, and I've never had that like content creator, someone that's like really in it, really, like in the now. And so I think that would be fun too. I don't really know who. I don't know. I don't know if he would never ever do it. Maybe like Noah Beck or something like that. Maybe.
I mean, he's another athlete, so he'd be able
Yes.
to move around. He'd
Yeah.
film everything.
Yeah. So I think those 3.
That'd be
right
really
now.
good.
I mean, Justin Bieber, if he ever wanted to.
I don't think like a name like Justin Bieber, I really don't think is that far away.
Really?
The show it's the #1 show on TV.
Okay, let me put this one. Justin Timberlake.
Even better.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
That'd be sick. Even Justin
Yes.
Timberlake night.
That's what I'm saying. Let's go.
Well, what is your mentality to stay in peak performance all year round? Because as a dancer, you have to be at top form
Yeah.
nonstop. Because you can get a call for tomorrow. Hey, do you want to do this? It's a week long. Yes, you have to be ready.
Dancers are athletes, really. But we're also artists. And so I try to create as much balance in my life as I can. I try to keep my body in shape, stretch, work out, whatever it is. But then I also prioritize rest and recovery as well. And I find that if you can be as intuitive with your body as possible, that's what is the most important thing, is just listening to what your body needs in that moment. So it feels like if it needs to move, that's what you should go with. If it feels like it needs recovery, then you should listen to your body. If you feel like you're craving meat or craving this, you should go with that, because sometimes those like strict, for me at least, those like strict guidelines of I must do this and I must do this to stay at peak performance or this, it gets overwhelming and then you lose touch with what your body needs in that moment. But in the same respect, it also takes a long time, and really being self-aware to really be intuitive. Like, I think some people might be like, well, I feel like I just want to sit on the couch for 10 days or whatever it is. I wouldn't necessarily say that that's intuitive listening to your body either.
But a 5-month tour, and you're on a tour bus, and you're dancing every day, and you have 2 shows a day, or even you're doing a 3-year tour with Katy Perry.
Yes.
How do you have time to make sure that you're doing what you need to do to relax and recover?
Yeah, you just find the time. I think when I was younger, I used to give myself a hard time if I like didn't meditate for a full 30 minutes, or if I didn't do this, if I didn't do this. And if you can find small moments throughout your day to find that balance, I feel like that's just as important, and to just keep yourself sane and keep yourself healthy. And you just have to prioritize yourself. You really do. That self-care journey is so important, and I think I actually learned it probably the most when I was on tour with Katy. I really learned how to listen to myself, and I learned what worked for me and what doesn't work for me, and how to make sure that I am of, like, whole body, mind, spirit, all of that. I think I really tuned into that during that tour.
You were a dancer for Katy Perry.
Yes.
How many other dancers were there?
There were 10 of us.
Are you guys all on the same bus, so you're all able to live together?
Yeah, we were all on the same bus. I was actually so I wasn't the youngest dancer, but I was the youngest female dancer, and so I also think I learned a lot of those ways of caring for yourself from the other dancers too. We all became very close, and so and a lot of those dancers had done world tours, like, back to back to back, so they knew exactly those quick little tips and tricks on how to care for yourself.
I feel like you must have some crazy stories of that time. Is there, I mean, she's selling out crazy stadiums,
Yeah.
arenas. Is there anything that comes to mind that you just could not believe where you were, what was happening?
Oh my gosh, definitely the Super Bowl. Definitely the Super Bowl. So when I was touring with Katy,
So cool to say.
yeah, I know. She was the halftime performance for that year in Super Bowl. I think that was in 2015. I want to say it was 2015. And yeah, that was that moment where I was like looking around and I was pinching myself like, this is absolutely insane. I mean, outside of the like World Cup or like the opening ceremony at the Olympics, I don't know if there's a bigger audience than this moment right here. Just, yes, a stadium, but also all the people that tune in to see the Super Bowl, especially the halftime show, is like insane. And so, yeah, I definitely had a moment. I, like, cried tears of joy because sometimes that happens to me when I'm feeling, like, very overwhelmed with joy. I cried after the performance because it was so cool, and it was really a blessing to experience, and, I will say with Katy too that there were moments because we were on the road for 3 years, we were a family, especially her and the band, her all of her party, like her entourage, the band and dancers, we all did things together all the time. Um, I there was one time that we did a show in Beijing, and she decided that she wanted to stay. I think it was like 2 days after the performance, and so she rented out it's a hotel, but it used to be the King's Summer Palace. I can't remember the name of it. This was a while ago. Um, and she rented it out for all of us to stay there, and we just had the best time. I think she like took us to a restaurant. I'm trying to remember. It's like all kind of like blurring together because she would do these experiences throughout the whole tour. But we stayed. We all like went for a spa day. We went for an amazing meal. And then the next morning we went at sunrise to go see the Great Wall together
Wow.
privately. It was just us, and no one else was there. And we did like the toboggan going down, and you can do that. You go up and then you take the toboggan down. It was really fun.
Do you still have her number?
No, I
Ah.
don't. I don't. I know.
How does it work for, because you were with her for 3 years.
Yeah.
Is it just an open-ended contract for whenever she's touring?
So there was yes, basically yes. The first contract that I was on was specifically for her promo tour, which lasted about 6 months. So she was just promoting her tour, and then I had a dancer contract for that. And it was again 10 dancers.
Is that
And
pretty typical to the dance world for a dancer contract?
yeah, it can be. It depends on the artist, and it depends on how much they want to promote the album before they actually go out on the world. I mean,
Oh.
this was also like 12 years ago, so I feel like there was a lot more money in the business and the economy was much
Different.
different. So to do a promo tour with 10 dancers for 6 months is a lot, but incredible. And on a promo tour, we did things from like award shows. I think the very first thing that I did with her was the Video Music Awards. We did the VMAs with her.
That was the first thing you did.
That was the first thing that we did.
Britt.
I know. Or the first thing that we did with her.
Yeah.
And we did Roar. That's when she debuted Roar.
That wasn't the shark one, right?
That wasn't.
Left shark and right shark.
But that was the Super Bowl.
Oh, that was the Super Bowl?
That was the Super Bowl. Yes.
Was that you?
No.
Oh.
No. That was one of our dancers, but it was not
was.
me. Yes.
How cool. Did they expect that to go that crazy viral?
Oh, none of us did. None of us expected
I
any of that.
you were there.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, that was during Teenage Dream, and then I came on after that as one of the California girls. Yeah, no, none of us expected any of that to happen. We, thought that Katy was going to be the highlight, which she was, but then, Left Shark went viral. It was insane. Absolutely insane. I think later on he ended up doing like an interview, and he was like, okay, after like 8 years or something, this is me. I'm the Left Shark.
It's really funny. What I loved about seeing you in the ballroom was you're about to do your most passionate thing, and I see you looking around and you're really taking in the entire crowd and the entire experience.
Yeah.
What is your favorite part about the overall Dancing with the Stars?
Oh, man. There's so much that's really amazing about the show, and I think that's why each time they ask me back, I'm like, yes. I think that's also why 10 years has flown by, because I'm still so passionate about it. I will say my favorite thing is really getting to see the journey of the celebrities. And I love how you see them blossom from the premiere show to whenever they get eliminated or if they make it to the finale. You see this incredible journey that they go on that is so unique to Dancing with the Stars. And then they fall in love with dance at the end of the day, or most of them do.
Or the dancer.
Or, yes, or that. Yeah, in my case. But it's just this amazing journey that you can't really find anywhere else in life.
What do you mean by that? Is it them coming out of their shell and getting more confidence and being able to perform in front of a crowd now and something that they weren't able to do?
Yeah, absolutely. It takes, first of all, it's vulnerability. Most people don't get to experience that kind of vulnerability in like a high stake situation, which almost like forces you to open up a little bit because you don't really have any other option. Because if you don't, then it's just not going to read, or it's not going to go well for you. So you just have to release to it. And then I also feel like teammate, friendship, for Daniel and I, after our season, we ended up falling in love, but you don't really get to experience connection like you do in dance. There's this. So if you're an athlete, and specifically if you're a team sports player, you have this camaraderie with your teammates. You rely on each other in a very specific way, and that's how it is for dancers. You have a teammate, and you both have to show up. So you have you have an accountability to show up when it's live, but you also are supporting each other through the process. And it brings you in this place of connection, accountability, vulnerability, all these different things. And then in like an extreme high stakes situation, I don't think there's anything else that you can experience that's like that. It's just so unique. And if you really release to it, it can be so rewarding.
When you were partnered with Daniel, when did you realize where the lines of dancing ended and when there were more feelings coming into it?
Not until the end. I knew we had good chemistry, but I was like, this is great. We're going to get along. This is going to be great teammate. We could do this thing. Like, this is going to be great. It didn't happen until towards the end when we really got to know each other more. And started sharing each other's stories in rehearsal and learning more about each other. And then when it came down to the time where we got eliminated, we realized that we weren't going to see each other every day, and that's when we both knew that there was a bit something more here than just teammates, just a partnership or friendship. And then even after that, we weren't sure because he's an actor. He's been in situations where he has to like dive into a character to like convince himself to like fall in love with someone or whatever it is. Or to have that chemistry. You can have really good on-screen chemistry with somebody. And then for me, I'm like, well, this is a very high tense situation. Like maybe it's just that we are just finding this connection and it's because we are learning about each other. And it took like a few days after we got eliminated and then both of us were like, okay, no, I don't think it's that at all. And then even after that, we didn't even announce that we were dating because we still were like, let's just make sure that this thing is I think we knew that it was real, very much real. Like once we started dating, we were like, okay, this is absolutely finished. But I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't a showmance, that it wasn't anything really. I mean, of course it's related to the show because that's how we met. But I wanted to make sure that it wasn't related to that. I wanted to make sure that it was as real as what we were feeling, and it was.
Were you both living in LA at that time?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. He moved to LA from Minnesota when he joined the show.
Uh-huh.
And then he just stayed.
So cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm such a fan of Coda. Did you guys ever watch it together?
Not together.
No?
No, but I've seen it several times. I love it.
It's so good.
It's so good.
How do you hope your presence inspires the future dancers?
Oh, I hope my presence in everything that I do inspires future dancers, specifically for Dancing with the Stars. I mean, I talk about it a lot. I was, up until this past season, I was the only Black female to be on the show as a dancer. And then Anya Stevenson just got hired this past season, which I'm so proud of her. I'm a mentor for her. So to see her in this space is beautiful. And I'm just so proud of her. So I know from her, talking to me, she said that she grew up seeing me on the tour and seeing me in troupe. And she felt like because she saw me in that representation that it could happen for her.
How weird is that to actually hear and see come to fruition?
Well, I mean, it's beautiful and it makes me emotional knowing that because I'm that representation, I always felt that accountability. And you can just imagine that, little Black girls are watching you like, oh, I can do that one day. But then for it to happen is a whole completely other level of full circle. I don't even know, just like amazing goodness. So it means so much. And then I've been thinking about this too, because I joined the show in 2016, 5 years on troupe. And I feel like I also hope that I'm inspiring people that it's really never too late to accomplish something. Like, I'm not old by any means, but I didn't become a pro until I was 30, and I just want people to know that because you just never know. I think so many people might say, oh, well, I didn't get it when I was 19 or I didn't get it when I was 21. I don't know if that's going to be possible. And then here I am. I'm like 36. I'm dancing more than I have ever danced in my career. And
I got chills.
It's crazy. Longevity is everything. And it's never too late. It's okay. I can be that like big sister, like mom that's like, honey, you can do it for a long time. It's okay.
How long do you want to keep going for?
Oh, I'll keep going. Definitely. Yeah, I want to keep going. I want to keep going until I'm 1, get into the finale, and 2, I win. And then I will not be satisfied until that happens.
What did you think of the freestyles this past season?
Oh, I loved them. The freestyles were amazing. I love that they were all very unique and very different. I feel like that happens every year. It's for freestyles, it's especially as the pro, it's like your opportunity to really
Just go
just go
crazy.
crazy and think creatively what's going to be the best freestyle for my partner. And I love that. I love that, Alex gave this like sexy female empowerment man eater, like insane performance. Roberts was like feel good, a bit of emotion, a bit of sexy. It was like a full blend of everything. It was very powerful. Dylan and Danny were just beautiful. I actually don't think I was expecting for them to do something slower and something contemporary, but I thought it was so smart and it really stood out because of that as well. It touched the audience in a different way than all the other freestyles. Um, Elaine and Alan, I think it was perfect for her. I think, I think if she could be on Broadway, that would be like a dream come true for her. So to do chorus line was perfect. And then, of course, Jordan and Ezra was incredible and so Jordan, which is so important.
What was it like for you to see Ezra go from where he was to now in the finale? Because you worked with him prior to him being
Yeah.
on the show.
Yeah. I mean, I'm so proud of Ezzy. And only his second season, which is
So crazy.
incredible. I am so beyond happy for him. I'm proud of him. I remember, yes, we've worked together a lot, and we work very well together. So in the past, when I had done some choreography, I brought him on as my associate choreographer. Also because sometimes I wasn't able to be there, and I really trust him in the room. And that's really important when you're hiring an associate. And so I hired him, and I remember
What project was this for?
this was I've done choreography for a cruise line. It's under the umbrella of Norwegian Cruise Lines, but it's for this is going to sound like really like bougie, but it's not. It's just specific, but for their luxury cruise lines. And so
Bougie.
I know. No. But I've done several shows for them, and I've brought him in for 3 of the shows. Yes. And so I remember there was one show we were working on, and it was right after Troop has kind of gone like in and out over the past few years, and he was on Troop, and then I believe the season after they got rid of Troop, even though he still came in frequently that next season afterwards. But I remember being there, and I was like, oh my goodness, I have such a good feeling about this because, and I believe this was the first show we worked on together, I think. I had such a good feeling about it because the season that they got rid of Troop, and I wasn't a part of that show, it was season 28, was my first time being an associate choreographer for a cruise ship show. And then the next season, I became a pro. And I looked at Ezra and I was like, I don't want to make this all about me, but I was in the exact situation and I feel like it's going to happen to you. I was like, I just have this really like psychic, intuitive feeling that everything is going to be okay. And I'm really sorry that Troop isn't happening.
So you and him were on Troop at the same time?
Sorry, no, this was like a 5 years difference.
Oh.
Or like 3 years difference. So this happened to me during season 28. This happened like 3 years ago. So no, not at the same time, but very similar situations. And I just remember looking at him and I was like, I have a really good feeling about this. I feel like this was me 5 years ago, and I became a pro that next year, and he became a pro the next year.
So cool.
Yeah.
How do people find you for choreography? Like if someone's watching this and they want you to do choreography for whatever they have planned.
So I got into this crazy cruise line world because I was an associate choreographer for another choreographer on a show. And that the producers and the directors from that show that I was associate on really liked my work there. and then asked me to choreograph my own show from there.
So is it almost a who you know kind of thing? Get your
Yeah.
name.
I
Wow.
literally was just brought into the world as an associate, and then now I think I've done 5 shows for them.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many of your dance jobs outside of Dancing with the Stars come from who you know and just putting your name out there and recommendations?
Almost all of them. It's wild, but I'm saying that also remembering that I've been in the industry for 21 years, which I just started young. I started when I was 15. So I've built all of these relationships over 21 years. And so now, I'm very blessed that a lot of those things that happen outside of Dancing with the Stars um, come from those connections that I've built over the years.
Have you? Sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah, and I was gonna say too, it's crazy with the explosion of Dancing with the Stars. We're also the pros are seeing other opportunities happen because of that as well. Yeah.
Has anything come through from this past season that you're really excited for that you could talk about?
Not yet. Who knows though? We'll
It's a
see.
brewing.
Yeah.
Has anything come from your High School Musical days 20 years later?
20 years later, High School Musical days. I'm trying to think. I mean, High School Musical was the start of my dance career. So that was like the seed that then just like spread roots through everything. I mean, I worked with Kenny Ortega for years after that. The choreographers, a lot of those.
Did Mandy Moore do that too?
She did not. She
No.
did not do High School Musical. But yeah, it's. I would say High School Musical is more the seed that really allowed things to grow and to bloom from there.
Were you friends with the other girls from Dancing with the Stars that were on High School Musical?
I was not. So I actually didn't know that they were like Alison Holker.
Her and Lindsay Arnold, no?
Okay, so myself and Alison Holker, we were principal dancers in the first High School Musical.
Did you know her at that time?
And I did know her at that time because we were in rehearsals like every single day. And then I believe both Lindsay and Whitney were in High School Musical 3, and they were in one of the dance scenes.
Which you were in also.
Which I was in also. So it's a little bit in those huge musical movies, they do kind of like a staggered group of dancers. So if you're a principal dancer, that means that you don't have a character name, but you're throughout the entire movie. And then they hire, when they need like, for the cafeteria scene, they need like 50 dancers. They need 75 dancers. And then they hire from, people that live in the area, or in this case in Salt Lake City, they hire a bunch of dancers to come in and do different roles or different scenes or different like choreography in specific places. But yeah, I was very blessed to be a principal dancer in all of the movies, which means I was hired for the full rehearsal period and for the full production time versus just like being hired for one scene or two scenes.
Which is just a day rate or whatever.
Right. I was very fortunate to be a principal dancer in all 3 movies.
Being the incredible choreographer that you are. Is there a movie that sticks out to you that the dance was just incredible?
Oh my gosh. There's so many. Okay, I'm going to say 2. So growing up, my favorite movie was Dirty Dancing. I don't know why. It just like...
Have you ever tried the move?
Now thinking about it, I don't think I've like properly tried it.
Next season.
Daniel. No, I'm like... Next season, yes. And then, which is insane because Kenny Ortega was the choreographer for Dirty Dancing.
Did he come up with that move?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, he did. I mean, incredible. So definitely Dirty Dancing growing up. I just loved it so much. And then I'll say La La Land.
Yeah?
Yeah, Mandy's La La Land was incredible, but there's so many good dance scenes. And if we like go way back, there's this piece with Sid Charisse, and she's in a green dress and she's in a boxing ring, and she does this incredible dance with her and then like 8 dancer guys that are dressed as boxers, and it's just so smart and it's cheeky, and I love it. I love the old movies.
Have you ever done a Broadway production?
I have not.
Would you ever want to?
I'm gonna say yeah. Yeah. To be honest, I don't sing. So it'd have to be,
Just the dancing.
let me say, I don't sing. I would need some serious um,
Aggressive lessons.
aggressive singing lessons. I'm in no means tone deaf, but I would need some work.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not going to say no to Broadway, but you never know.
Are there any other goals or things on your checklist that you want to accomplish, either in Dancing with the Stars or outside of it, besides
Mm,
winning a mirror ball or going to
yeah.
the finale?
Yeah, I mean, big my big goal is I want to choreograph a freestyle. I feel like I was made to choreograph a freestyle. I think that is I feel like my place where I will be able to take all of my past experience before Dancing with the Stars, all my experience in Dancing with the Stars, and put it into one amazing 2-minute freestyle.
Britt, this
How
is
you would do
hyping it
it in
up
2
so
minutes, I don't know.
much.
I know it's hyping it up a lot, but you gotta put it out there and you gotta manifest it. So I'm like, yes, that is one big goal within Dancing with the Stars that I really wanna accomplish.
We need the vlogger with the social media following that
Telling you.
dances.
Yes, I'm telling you, this is what we need. Um, and then outside of Broadway, as, like, a commercial dancer, I feel like I've been blessed enough to be able to check off a lot of those, like, bucket list jobs that I always wanted to do. I would really love I've always have said that if I was to get into acting, I would love to book a role where I could dance. Like a dance movie or a musical movie or something like that is the one thing as a dancer, but also acting that I would absolutely love to do.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, it would be amazing.
For me, I get excited when I confirmed with you that you were coming over. I was so excited. When I get a response in my DMs that someone's down to do a podcast, I get excited. When I get an email, I get excited. Is what excites you as a
Mm.
dancer that you just can't believe that you're about to do this incredible project?
Oh my goodness. So much, honestly. I mean, listen, this might sound super like cheesy, but I just get excited that I'm still getting asked to do it. I mean, after 21 years and I'm still like able and loving what I do and loving to dance is something that I'm really, really blessed and grateful for. And I know that sounds kind of like cheesy and not specific, but that's very cool. It's very simple, but the fact that I still get asked to do this is amazing. I'm really grateful for it.
When you were first coming up, how often did you say yes to everything?
Well, I said yes to almost everything unless like I didn't feel comfortable with it. If I didn't feel comfortable with it, I wasn't going to do it. But I just when I first moved to LA, I just danced. Like it I just took as many classes as I could. I would do like a free performance here and there. There's a choreographer named Cassandra Chavez. I was part of her company called Unity, and we would just dance all the time. And so, yeah, when I was first coming up, I would just dance. I would just dance.
Was everything just an opportunity to meet somebody new that can connect you somewhere, that can get you a better job somewhere else?
Absolutely. And, you know, yes, absolutely. It was. You just never know right time, right place, where you're going to meet somebody. I mean, most of my big things have happened through either a rehearsal or dance class. You know, I booked High School Musical from a dance class. I booked Dancing with the Stars, or I didn't book Dancing with the Stars. I got the opportunity to have the audition because of a rehearsal. So,
That somebody else saw you in?
yeah, yeah. So you just never know. And just creating that community and like opening up your space and just again saying yes if it's in alignment with like you and your morals and who you are, do it. Why not? Which is hard for me because I'm a bit of an introvert, so not a bit. I am an introvert. So
Do you like going to the red? Like we saw each other at Avatar. Do
yes.
you like when you're on the red carpet and all those cameras are on you?
Well, I kind of have to just I don't become a different version of myself, but I'm prepared. If I'm prepared and I know what I'm about to do, I'm okay. It's like it's if it helps that Daniel's there or like someone that I know. Like if I see you and I know you, I'm like fine. But if I was to have to go up to a new person that I didn't know, I'd be like, it would take me a good a long 5 minutes to like work up the courage to go up to someone I didn't know.
Yeah. I hate it. I have to turn my brain off. Like
Yes.
it's just 10 seconds, just walk through it,
Yes.
smile, do the
Yes.
same pose that I've been doing for every Getty image for the past 2 years.
Exactly. I try to change it up and then I usually look and I'm like, I should not have changed it up.
No,
That
no,
was
I should
not.
just. Why did I tilt my head that high
Yep.
up?
Why did I not just go to my good side? No.
What qualities do you think make a great partner for Dancing with the Stars?
Qualities: being open, hardworking, for sure. Being kind. I know that's like cheesy, but just be kind. Um, but the biggest one is being open to the process. I think you'd be surprised. I think a lot of times when people come on to our show, I don't think they know really what they're getting themselves into. But the ones that are really successful are just open to the process. So they're like, I had no idea that this was what it was going to be like, but here we are, and I'm open to it, and I'm just going along for the ride.
I'm here for the next 10 weeks. Whatever you
Yes.
need me to do,
Yes.
let's do it.
Also being collaborative too, and trusting. If you can trust your partner, you just have to trust that we've been doing it for a long time and that we have your back no matter what. So it's that trust too.
How special was it to see Andy's run this season on Dancing with the Stars?
Andy, listen, I would say Andy was remarkable.
I loved him. Every time he ripped off his shirt and had that six-pack.
Incredible. I think for the first 4 weeks, I was like, he's going to go home. He's going to go home. And then after 4 weeks, I was like,
he's going to the finale.
He's not going home.
He's going.
There is no way this man is going home. But listen, Emma is so smart. She knows exactly what to do. Once she realized that Andy was going to be like that guy this season, she just went head first and just owned it. And she got really creative and smart with how to tap into those little things that made people fall in love with him.
So good.
It was amazing.
Speaking about the celebrity's journey, would you think of Robert for when he won, from where he started to where he won?
Yeah. Robert, I felt like, was very consistent the whole season. He had a really consistent journey. I think he came out with a bang. He came out with that jive. I think everybody remembered on premiere night. It was incredible. I also feel like Robert is that guy. Like, he would walk into the space and he just kind of had that energy. He's very charismatic, very charming, but open at the same time and really nice. And, what's important about a Dancing with the Stars journey is that it is a true journey. And I feel like him and Whitney definitely had that. He had some weeks that he was not at the top of the leaderboard, which I think is really important in growing that journey to make it to the finale. But I thought he was good. He was just strong. And I mean, the girlies loved him. I think I said one time on the TikTok live that I'll support, I'll help Robert out. I was getting DMs. I heard that you said on TikTok, can you please hook me up with Robert? I was like, oh my Lord.
What have I done?
Yes.
Can you give me one word or one sentence that comes to mind for your fellow pros?
Okay.
Derek Huff.
Oh, Derek. Okay. He is a master at what he does.
Brandon Armstrong.
Hilarious.
Bruno.
Charismatic.
Emma Slater.
Oh, Ems. You know what? She's many things, but I was really impressed with her this season. I'm going to say she's creative and smart.
Alan.
The first thing that comes to my mind was he's a goober. He's he's not gonna like that, but it's fine. He's very passionate too.
Are you gonna be on the same bus as him this year?
I think so. Yeah,
You don't know yet?
Yeah, we haven't fully decided, but yeah, probably.
Carrie,
because of Emma.
Carrie Ann.
Oh, Carrie Ann. Misunderstood.
Ezra.
Oh, Ez diva.
Yes.
Yes.
Mark Ballas.
Oh, talented.
Jenna Johnson.
Abs.
Oh my God, shredded.
Shredded.
Val.
Oh, yeah, he is very passionate at what he does.
Daniela.
Same, but Ferrari.
That's good.
Yeah.
Pasha.
First thing that came to mind is he's a girl dad. Seeing him with Nikita is the sweetest thing. The cutest thing.
Whitney.
Oh, she will always be who she is. And I love that about her because she owns it.
Riley.
She's so sweet.
Gleb.
Oh, Glebchka. Okay, what can I say about Gleb? You know what? I also think I don't want to say misunderstood, but I feel like his persona is one way, and then if you really know Gleb, you know Gleb. In a good way.
Len Goodman.
Legend.
Did you dance with him when he was a...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when he was a judge.
Do you have a favorite moment with him?
Oh, you know what? I do. There was a lot of times I didn't agree with how, and Lynn is a legend, but I thought he was always kind of like hard on me and hard on my partners, I thought. Like I still will never get over he gave Daniel a 9 for our jazz, for the one where we cut off the music, and I was like, you gave him a 9? I was like, Lynn, no. That was our opportunity. But I remember that I had my second season as a pro. I was having a really, really tough season. And my partner was he was really struggling with like the process, but also like he was having a hard time remembering the steps and stuff like that. And I remember Lynn during our judging, he like looked at me and it was kind of like code, but he was like, Britt, good job. And it was a moment where I was like, oh my God. Also, like when he sees me and like when Lynn tells you good job, it's like a huge deal. But it wasn't for any other reason than just, I was having like a tough season. And I think he could see that I was like managing it better than maybe not other people, but I could have handled it in different ways.
Do you have a favorite week?
You know what? We didn't do it this season, but I really love Most Memorable Year.
What's that?
It's typically your partner picks a year that's really special to them. And it can be like Daniel's was Coda, like Coda year. And so we danced to one of the songs from Coda. Or it could be like, when you birthed your first child or when you got married, and you just you're not necessarily like tied to specific songs or like one thing, but you get to really honor your partner and through dance.
Are there any other dance challenges that you really liked in those past years that you wish they could bring back?
Oh, I mean, we haven't done a dance off in a while. Yeah, we haven't done a dance off in a while, it's similar to dance relay, but they split the ballroom in half and you dance side by side the same dance. And we haven't done that in a couple seasons.
Can we fire through some fan questions?
Okay, yeah.
What was your favorite part of the season with Daniel?
Oh, favorite part of the season with Daniel.
By the way, I loved your guys' foxtrot.
Oh, our foxtrot. Our foxtrot was really fun. I would say my favorite part of that season, was probably our jazz dance. It was, I've talked about it before, but it was just like, I really pushed myself to not make noise during that time when the music cut off. Like I realized that me as a hearing person, I was like still making noise with my breath or to stay on time and to stay in rhythm so I could keep time because there was there was nothing happening with the music. So it pushed me in a different way, and it pushed me to really yeah, just pushed me choreographically too.
Did you and Daniel do any special dances during your wedding?
You know what? We thought we were going to choreograph a dance, and then we didn't. We ended up just like slow dancing and uh, just enjoying it. We just had fun and we basically improved it. We just did old school slow dance
Who takes lead when it's you and Daniel? Is it you?
sometimes.
You're like, just follow along and you like
Yeah.
pull.
Yeah.
Spin.
Yeah, spin. I'm like, "Tip me." But sometimes he will too.
What is your favorite Dancing with the Stars performance of all time?
Of all time?
Yeah,
That is really hard.
that's a crazy one, Kim.
Kim, why are you doing that to me, Kim?
Do you want to do of just yours or ever?
Okay, well, the first thing that came to mind is I was really proud of Brandon for his freestyle last year. I thought that was like
With him and Chandler?
with him and Chandler. I think it was really, really well done. Um, and I just think it highlighted her in such a fantastic and amazing way. Um, and then I don't know, there was some really good. There's been Kim, this is tough. Wow. Kim, that's crazy. I don't even know if I could pick like my favorite out of all my dances. I don't even know.
It's really tough. I like
That's
Brandon's
really
though.
tough. I really like Brandon's.
Please ask her about being the first African American female pro on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh.
Is there any pressure?
Yeah. There's so much pressure. I mean, I put pressure on myself even this year. After I got eliminated with Baron, I was like, oh man, not again. Like, I don't want to get out early again. And one of the first things that I struggled with is, okay, I'm here, but like, so Black girls are seeing that I can get here, but are they seeing if I can succeed? And make it all the way. And so, yeah, in those moments, I don't think just about myself, even though, yeah, it is hard. And, I think about Baron and all those things, but I also think about that all the time. So that pressure I put on myself is there and is always prevalent, but I try to like focus on the positive part of that and not allow the pressure to like get to me, but to allow it to fuel me.
You really do such an incredible job throughout the entire season, honestly.
Thank you.
And I love
Thanks,
seeing you choreograph the bumpers and with everybody else too.
Thank you. Thank you. It is fun.
What's the experience like of being a troupe member? How does that differ than being a pro with a celebrity?
Oh, geez, it's so different. I'll say what was amazing about being on Troop, which I'm really grateful for, is I was able to learn so much.
Were
by
you
being
were
on
you
Troop.
dancing around with everybody?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't say everybody, but like, yeah, I was dancing around with everybody. And I was, we all kind of like support and help each other too. But I was also, in the rooms with some of the male pros, and it allowed me to really grow and to see how the pros teach and how they process and how they choreograph for someone that's never danced before. A choreographer can choreograph for a dancer, but it's a completely other thing choreographing for someone that's never even like tried to dance before. So being on Troop, I'm really grateful for that because it allowed me to observe and learn for 5 seasons. And then you get the opportunity to become a pro, and it's incredible, but it's also a ton of pressure and it's a lot of responsibility. Um, but it's a lot of fun too. You get to choreograph, you get to teach, you get to dance. But there is this responsibility that you are curating this experience for your partner.
Do you like seeing a fourth judge up there?
I do. Yeah, I do. You know who I loved this season was Kim Johnson. I thought she was amazing, and I thought her banter and chemistry with Derek was really awesome.
Her chemistry was so good.
It was incredible. So, yeah, I loved seeing Kim up there.
Do you think it would be better to have a permanent judge, or did you like the rotating?
Ooh, interesting. I mean, that makes it hard because
The feedbacks.
yeah, the rotating the feedback can be a little bit inconsistent, and I feel like if the feedback is consistent with the judges. I think you really see a through line in someone's journey.
Right.
You know, I liked having 4 judges before when Lynn was still with us, and it did feel a lot when there was 5 judges.
There
Um,
was 5?
yeah, I remember Daniel's season for Michael Bublé.
Oh,
Bublé
because
week,
he was
he
the
was the
judge
guest
also.
judge, and it felt like a lot to have 5 people up there, but I mean, it was Michael Bublé, so it was amazing to have him there.
Can you give us any insight on the tour this year?
Ooh, you know what? Well, you're asking me this, and we haven't even started.
When do you start? Next week?
We start rehearsals on Friday,
Oh,
so in a
wow.
couple days. Um,
And is that the whole gang's there?
the whole gang is there. Yeah. I'm really excited for tour this year. I'm excited to have Jenna and Val back. Um, they bring a special energy that we just haven't had in a few years. And so I think it's naturally going to it's just going to change it in a really positive way. And, when you bring different people into a space, it automatically like shifts and changes. And so I think it's going to be great because I think we got comfy with our cast over the past few years, which is amazing because we all know like, I'll do this really great with this person and this really great with this person. But then Jen and Val and Haley coming in will really just like shift things in a different way. And I'm sure it's inspiring, the show for Mandy, and it's going to inspire us as well.
Is Mandy Moore choreographing the whole thing?
Yeah, so she directs, so she directs the whole thing, and then she does choreograph, but there are guest choreographers that will come in. We'll do a lot of work on our duets that we do with each other, and then she oversees all of the choreography. So, let's say we're doing a cha-cha group, she'll oversee it, but then we will take certain sections and choreograph little bits and bobs, and she like puts all the pieces of the puzzle together to create the vision.
There's no live band, right?
There isn't.
No.
No.
How do you and Daniel stay connected when you're traveling for 5 months? Does he fly out?
Yes, he does fly out. This past tour was really difficult because he had a very serious accident with one of his fingers. And I won't share too much because he just hasn't shared that story himself. So I'll let him do that when he's ready. But it was very serious. And so he wasn't able to travel out as much as he has in the past because he was in extreme physical therapy. And then on top of that, one of our cats got diagnosed with heart disease and heart failure. And so we were navigating, me being on the road, and then Daniel navigating this new diagnosis and figuring out Hudson's medicine and doctor's visits. And so we try to not go more than 3 weeks without seeing each other. But the beginning of this year and last tour was extremely difficult. And I traveled home as much as I could once we got closer to the West Coast. But yeah, I think he only made it out once. But this year will be different. Hudson is doing okay, and we've got his like method and his medication down, and obviously Daniel's finger is doing much better, and so this tour will be different. So yes, he will visit, and thank God, because last year was hard.
Are there any cities or places that you're really looking forward to going to see?
This year, I believe, I might be mistaken, but I think we have 3 shows in Boston this year.
Oh, wow.
Which is incredible, but
You're
I also
not from Boston, though.
I'm not, but I really like Boston, so I'm kind of excited to like hang out there.
Some clam chowder.
Yes, and then also we're doing Radio City in New York City, and so
That's cool. Would you ever have the Rockettes out for that too?
Listen, I am talking to our producers, and I'm like, can we do some sort of like Dancing with the Stars collab with the Rockettes?
That'd be so cool.
Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah, the Rockettes would be incredible. So we're doing a show there, and I'm really looking forward to that.
Would Daniel come out to any specific cities, and does he stay on the bus with you?
Yes.
Is there enough room in the bunk?
There actually will. Yes.
It's tight.
It's tight. So we try to come out when there is an extra bunk there, but it's very cute. Like he'll start cuddling in my bunk, and then I'm like starfish sleeper. So sorry, I might have covered your camera. I'm like a starfish sleeper. So I'm like, after a while and kind of, I'm like, babe, get to your bunk. I'm like, go over there. And then also I'm like, my body needs to recover too from the show. So he will sleep on the bus, but we try to plan it where I'm in hotels for like a consecutive number of days, or he'll come on tour like Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday's a day off. So we know that I'll be in a hotel. So then we just get to also like some private time,
Hang
and
out.
he's not having to live with, all the other pros as well.
What kind of dance tour member would you say you are on the bus? Are you neat? Are you clean?
Oh, I'm clean. Oh, yes. It drives
Everything
me
has its
crazy.
place.
Yes. Everything has its place. I'm more of a germaphobe than anything. So when things are dirty, I cannot handle that. And so, yes, I am more of like the clean, organized. I would say I'm like mom. I'm mom on the road. I am. I like clean up after people all in.
Are you asleep at a certain time?
No, I go in and out. Some days I like to go to bed early. Other days I'm like up chatting, watching a movie or something like that. It just depends on the day. And my whole schedule shifts on tour because, if a show's at 8, we're not finished. We're not off stage until 10. So we're not on the bus until 11:30, and I eat dinner. And then I'm not going to bed until like 1, 2 a.m. So everything on tour gets shifted a lot.
And now there's going to be 2 kids on the road.
Yes.
Daniela and Pasha and Jenna and Val.
Yes.
So that back bunk is going to be a bed.
So we are very lucky. We have 3. So there's 4 total buses traveling. So there'll be baby bus for Daniela, Pasha, and Nikita, and then another baby bus for Rome, Jenna, and Val, and then people will be on those. And then pretty sure we'll see how it divides, but then the other pros will be on another bus, and then there won't be a bedroom in that one. That will have like a back lounge and a front lounge, and then a crew bus.
Would love to hear more about your friendship with Haley Erbert.
Oh, Haley. So Haley, she is literally my soul sister. We do not remember a time when we were not friends.
You didn't meet on the show? You met before that?
We met on the show, but it was like we literally went from strangers to becoming best friends like over that first season that I was on. And we instantly clicked. Yeah, we don't really remember just like being acquaintances. We were literally like strangers, and then we were like besties.
Wow.
It was wild. And then our friendship just grew over the years, and we were just so open with each other. That's again why I say she's my soul sister, because there was never anything that we really like kept between us. Like she knows like basically everything about me, and I know basically everything about her.
So that's why you look at Derek and you're like, hey, give me
hey.
a good score.
No, it's really beautiful because I feel like we really keep that like line separate, which is really nice. But sometimes it'd be like, Derek, come on, what was up with that? No, no, we don't do that. But yeah, Haley is a very, very, very special person, and to be able to see each other through these years and to see the journey that, yes, I have been on, but especially her in the past, like, of course, two years ago with her brain surgery, but just in general has been such a blessing. And now seeing her, almost become a mother is also just one of my favorite things ever.
So you start tour rehearsals this week.
Yes.
That's going to be so crazy seeing everybody in the same room again together.
I know. It's so much fun. I mean, listen, all of us have been dancing together for so long now. We're idiots. Like in the best way. We're just like, we are so unhinged. We had rehearsal for something today that's being announced later, but we are just crazy. Like, I sometimes love to witness other people witness us, like in our true state, and it is hilarious. It is so unhinged. We all have our little quirks and personalities, and we joke around. We're laughing all the time, and then we get serious and we dance, and we have fun. It's gonna be a great tour.
The calls for next season, I feel like, start coming out around May, right? Kind of soon.
No, we don't find out usually until August.
Oh, that late?
Oh yeah.
Why did I feel like Robert and Alex got announced pretty early?
Oh, the celebrities.
Yeah.
So Robert got announced actually in April.
Yeah, he got announced
which
super early.
I mean, I don't know if that's ever happened before. Like, he got announced incredibly early. Alex was in May, and then
Whitney and Jen were
Whitney and
next.
Jen were in like June or July, I believe. So they announced a lot of cast early, and we obviously don't know why. I mean, I'm assuming it's just to continue that.
Hype train.
The hype train. I think you have to. Like,
Well, that's why they gotta do 2 seasons a year, 2
ah.
tours a year. We gotta get you on the bus all the time.
Let's go. Daniel's like, I don't know, babe. No.
Well, Daniel's getting back in it. He's
coming.
dancing now.
Yes, all-star season. Let's go.
Well, this has been so awesome getting to talk to you and catch up. Thank you so much for coming by and sharing everything with us.
Thank you. It's always amazing talking to you.
Guys, go follow Britt on TikTok, Instagram. Do you do YouTube? You should.
I know.
You should vlog the tour.
Yeah. I actually just bought like a new little vlogging camera, so I might be entering my era.
G7X?
No, it's actually the DJI Osmo.
Oh, yeah.
The Pocket 3.
The audio is so good.
Yeah. So, okay, maybe I will.
Oh, you're going to have to. Okay, cool. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
See you guys. That was so good.
Yay! Thank you. You're always amazing to talk to.
You
like,
are.
super easy.